Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dwarven Steam Mine, and welcome to Automation, the car company tycoon game. I fell in love with tycoons all the way back in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and funnily enough, I haven't played a lot of Railroad Tycoons. I probably should do that at some point, but yeah, whatever, pish posh. Welcome to Automation. This is a tycoon game, but a game nonetheless where you design and sell these cars. And this will be a two-parter. I will not say what the second part is, but if you've played this game, you know. If you haven't, stay tuned. There will be a part 2 very related to this. That's all I'm going to say. So we are just going to show you the ropes of what this game entails. You can see in the background a couple of my previous projects. I've been playing this for a couple weeks now, and I've created some unholy abominations, as you can see. So we will be working on this. My friends told me that I should work on a C4 Corvette wagon knockoff, and I'm really crap. So this is what I've found. It is a wagon, so we at least have that part. But I'm thinking for this, we will keep the V8, maybe keep up the pop-up headlights, and still give it an air of sportiness, but we will see. So this is for the body. We have steel, fiberglass, aluminum, and part of it be aluminum. Everything... Every part, every item, whatever, gives you this menu that tells you the production cost, the weight, the production, how easy it is to produce, basically. The material cost, the safety, and this will be for everything. Push rods on the engine. This will be for the exhaust, the tires, springs in the suspension, rims. This is the most in-depth game I've ever seen. So, with this being a Corvette, we will make this out of fiberglass. You can see the pros and cons of each material that you're thinking about swapping it with. Actually, let's do aluminum. That's a little bit cheaper. So here, next we have the chassis type. Let's go with a... I don't think I've done a ladder style before. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what half these things do. I kind of just make it up as I go. I will glance over the engine and stuff. Let's see here. What are we on? Chassis. Let's make that. They're all really freaking heavy. Let's make it galvanized. I want the engine placed front longitudinally. That should mean it's in line with the frame. And I have a solution for the engine. Even though I'll still gloss over it. Let's do double wishbone for the front and the back. The quality of items, I haven't quite... It tells you why you should go with higher or lower, and a lot of times it just boils down to how many you can produce, your production units, and the cost. Now, higher quality obviously means it's going to be more expensive, and that's why all these are different options. But yes, you can pick the quality for just about everything. Next we have engines, and I'm going to go with my good old Chrysler 360, which I have one of these in real life, and I quite enjoy it. It's loud. It does what I need to. I used to have an old pickup that had a Chrysler 360 in it, and it was a tonner, and now I have a little quarter-ton, half-ton pickup with the same engine, and it has a different cam, so it is loud and proud, and I love it. So next we will go for rear-wheel drive. When we get into things like gearbox and suspension and brakes, oh my god, I cannot make brakes that are worth a fuck to save my life. Oh shoot, how many fucking gears? Let's just go for it. Like I said, I am unholy and crap when it comes to gearboxes and brakes and things. And there are hundreds of tutorials on how to make specific engines and whatever else. Actually, I'm going to go back to the engine. So I'll just briefly start a new project. Sure, whatever. So you can choose what kind of engine. They have inline 3s all the way up to 6s, a couple of V6s, or sorry, V engines, 60 degree and 90 degree. You have up to 16 cylinder V19 V engines. Holy shit. Holy shit. I don't think I've seen that before. Oh god. But you can choose everything that the cylinder heads are made out of. You can tell what kind of heads and valves they have, the head material, how many valves per cylinder, what the head's made out of. You can increase the, what does that be, the bore and the stroke and everything. This is so intuitive. The cranks can be made out of different materials. The con rods, pistons can have balancers or not. We'll just do that. We'll do no harmonic dampener. And here you can fuck around with the compression, the lifters, everything. It is so intuitive. Turboing. And then in the end, let's just go with this little 3-cylinder that I made a while ago. If we clone this little 3-cylinder I made, we go back, you can see everything that I've made for it. But then in the end, you can choose what kind of fuel it runs off of. You can choose the exhaust layout for it. You can choose the color for the engine and all this stuff. And then you can even run a pull test and stuff. And in the end, it'll tell you all your temps, your airflow, and everything like that. The more red an engine is, or a component is, the more likely it is going to break suddenly. So my crank, con rods, and pistons on this particular engine are at a reduction. And changing the material and such like that, the RPMs and things will help with that. But if we go back to the engine selection, and I just choose that V8 that I had, or that small block V8 I had. Then we go back, and now we're back in the transmission, which we were at. And all of these things you can just adjust. Every little thing can be adjusted. You can choose a different differentials. Words are fun. I am one of those people that likes to pretend they're a car nerd. But at some point, I just draw the line and go, I don't fucking know. We'll do a clutch differential. I think that would be fun. And we'll increase the quality there 1. Next is tires. Getting into tires and brakes. Oh god, this is going to be a nightmare when I try to do brakes. I haven't made one car yet, and I've made 4 or 5 of them now. And I haven't made one of them where the brakes work worth the fuck. I think I made one, but you can choose your different kinds of race radials. Huh, I did not notice that before. Front tire diameter, are these going to be the same? Oh yeah, they are. They're going to match. We'll do some 16-inch rims. I think this would be 28-inch tires. That'll help it sit a little lower as well. Rim offset. Yeah, we'll ignore that for now. Let's put on some alloy rims, because those are kind of the standard. The industry standard. Oh, fuck, here we go to brakes. Let's see. Let's do 2 pistons for the front, 2 for the back, and let's put on some 9-inch pads. When you're done, and I'll show this, once you have a car that you can test fully, it'll give you this graph that's full of useful information here. That tells you how effective certain components are, steering, braking, acceleration, and such. So we'll go up to 9-inch pads with no extra force. And we'll go up to slightly more of the race for comfort in the brakes. Skid plate. Go for a sport one, even though they cost quite a bit. We'll make this cheap. We won't have one. So this is your airflow, where you can have undercar aerodynamics and overcar aerodynamics, such as a wing. We do not have one. Put a little fucking spoiler there, which we might be able to do later on. So with this being a wagon, I'm assuming 5 seats would probably be the bare minimum. I think 3 seats in the rear would be kind of tight. I don't know though. Alright, so this is based off an 87 model. So CDs weren't really a thing. It probably was cassettes. You can kind of hear the music in the background. I am praying to God that doesn't get me copyright stricken, because it has just about every fucking thing in existence. As of this moment, I've put up 2 Railroads Online videos, and both of them have had copyright claims. Just for like the fiddle music that you can barely hear in the background. So we're on to steering now. I like hydraulic rack and pinion. It's tried and true. Although, you know what? We're gonna change it up. Now we'll leave it hydraulic rack and pinion. We'll have ABS. We'll make it advanced, and we'll increase the quality of everything by 1. Maybe I should put those tires out a little bit. Whatever. You know, if you look at it on the side, it almost looks like a Citroen SM. You just need to hide the rear wheel. We want this to be a little lighter. We want the weight more towards the rear. Oh, fuck. Now we get into the the nitty-gritty of this. So here's one of the graphs. So let's see here. Things you can change with this now are your camber, your toe in and out, your springs, your dampers, and your sway bars. And you can have it to different tests here. The rule of thumb is for one of these, you have to pick one of these, whatever you're going for. So in this case, we're trying to go for sportiness. So we want that to be as close to 100 as possible. So we would need to increase the front springs then. And if we increase that, you can see that the front dampeners are going down. So we'll have to adjust those at some point too. So we'll increase the front dampeners and the front springs. And now we have 100% sportiness. Now what we want to do is decrease the rear springs, or the rear dampeners. And you can see over here, things are moving around. I think our roll angle went down, which probably isn't ideal, but I think that's the only thing that's... Let's see here. Did it go down? Or did it increase? Oh, it might have increased. Well, that's okay then. That's okay. Ride height. If we increase that just a smidge. What I do is I pick a number and see how high I can get that number. So you can see that the weight and the angle have been going up on the top right there as I increase the ride height. So you kind of have to just pick something and go with it. That's a horrible line of logic, but whatever. Next we go to, this is your sales thing. And it tells you, these are the regions: Gazmia, Hetzvia, Hetvezia, whatever, Furunia, Dalua, and Arcana. And it'll tell you, if you turn all these off, it'll tell you what that country thinks about it. So this first one does not like this car. Neither does the second one. So we won't sell to those two because I don't want them. Frunia is thinking that this might be a premium off-road vehicle, but still isn't sure. So it's pretty much, they all think, if you toggle all of them, they all think that this is a family utility budget car, a budget family car, and a bit of a budget pony, which is good. They are also thinking of it as a sports car, a convertible budget, which is, this is not, this is a hardtop, and a GT car. So collectively, no one really wants this car, which, other than Arcana, sorry. But if we sell to all these other people too, it just pushes this car over the line of warranting sales. So we can see here that as it is right now, people want the almost 8,000 people want this car, and if we decrease the sales just by a little bit, we make it about $5,300, $5,300. You can see that we now have 8,000 sales, which is the most I've ever had. I've never had a car sell this well, and this is just a quick demonstration of shit. Oh boy. So we've glossed over some stuff, which I will go back and do. But whenever you are done with a car, you can send it to a test track, which is the main one. You can go to the summary, and it'll tell you what issues there are. So the front dampeners are hard, the front brake force is low. Currently there are no red issues which are like, hey, problem. These are all just kind of things that's like, hey, might want to see if you can tweak that a little bit. This one, the octane for the engine, is going to be there forever as long as I use those old 360s. Just because that's what mine runs off of. That's what they were meant to run off of. That's just what they do. I have another Chrysler 360 that I've tweaked and messed around with. But so we can make different variants of it. We're gonna go back here because I think somewhere we skipped some shit and went straight to the drivetrain. So we're gonna go back. So this is the car trims. So these are the trims of this model that they offer. So we can make a pickup version of it as well. But a lot of two-door normal sports cars, coupes and such. This would be, I think this would be a soft top version, or a removable top maybe, which is very peculiar. It's like a really big louver. So the next we can choose the color that we want for the car. You can make your own, or you can choose one of these. With this being something sporty, I think a nice modern silver would be nice. And you can change everything, every little component, hood, bumpers, door panels, everything with this. I'm going to just make this a nice silver color for the sake of everything. So you can even change the different components of the rim. Of course, you have like the inner barrel, outer barrel, things like that. I think you can change the calipers on this too. Do not quote me on that. Oh yeah, you can. So if we want to change things up and say, hey, I want nice red brake calipers, you can. So next we get into kind of this game's bread and butter, which is all the fixtures, door handles, antennas, headlights, brake lights, everything of that nature. So we are on the headlight tab, and you can see they have dozens and dozens of headlights for us to use. Now, the original C4 Corvettes had pop-up headlights, something akin to that, but this just makes it look like a weird Miata. If we were to do these would be flush ones, but they're meant more for I don't know what these are for, actually. Something I would assume something flatter, but we will skip on those for now. I'm not gonna lie, I came into this with no ideas, and it's showing. We could do some nice angled lights, probably be like markers or something. And then let's angle those up just a little bit and move them out. Let's also make them a little smaller, I feel. Let's put a grill on this bad puppy. Again, dozens of options. I wonder if that's an Alfa Romeo. Let's see. The original one didn't have anything, but I think something like this would look okay. If we did that, made it smaller. Let's move it down there. There we go. If we made that wider and taller. Oops. Hey, now. It's a Pontiac! I don't think that would provide enough airflow. So, if we did something like this above it. Oh my god, it is. It is a Pontiac. Oh boy. Pontiac, don't sue me. My mom had one of your cars. And she thought it was awful. But then again, she had a Citroen and thought that was amazing. So, take that as you will. Alright, that'll be enough for airflow, I imagine. So let's go back to headlights now that we have some function to our car. It needs real headlights. I'm feeling one of these three, I'm thinking. Let's see. I like headlights that have built-in markers and stuff with them too. That's my preference, and my taste is shit. So let's do something funky. Let's do something like these. Oops. Undo that. Make these a little slimmer, and then let's move them out a little bit more. Oops, that's bigger, but honestly that works out. Actually, let's make them a little taller. And move them out just a hair more. You know what? It's not bad. That's not bad at all. So that was headlights. Next we have taillights, which I'd like to fill up this kind of C shape with them. Something like this would be nice. And maybe a little more curved would be nice. Let's get rid of those. What's the difference between these? I don't know. Oof, it's like a Nissan Juke. Oh, I understand what these are now. I get it now. Oh boy. Nope. Not doing those neither. What if we just did something like... Actually, what if we did that? That's not gonna work, is it? Oh, they will. Oh, they will conform. Okay, that's fine. So we want them. Come on now, play. Work with me here. I'm an artist, darling, an artist. And that's a lie. I'd rather have people who are far better at art do art things than I. That's not doing it for me. So what we're going to do instead now We'll just bring it down and we'll have them conform to this bottom lip, I think. That would be... I think that's better. Let's have them turn inwards a little bit more. Go down a hair more. A little less tall. Oops, that's not what I want. There. There, that's not terrible. It's not good, but it's not good, but yeah, that's not terrible. Now we have indicators. Ooh, we could fill up that space with an indicator if we find a good looking one. Or we just use those as built-ins. So if I make these flat and kind of extend them, and then flatten them out, and then move them in more. How does that look? It would help if they were level. I think that would sell it a bit more. Let's make it a little taller, actually. Fuck it. That's not too bad. Someone that I don't mess with, and my friends don't often mess with, is interiors. That's just not something that I do. I don't know if it's because it's a little janky or whatever, but frankly, when it comes to interiors, I don't care, and I have even less taste than I do for exterior. And as everybody's looking right now, my exterior taste is also leaves a lot to be desired. Actually, what would make this car feel better is a badge. I think it would help fill that front space. Let us give it... That looks like an opal thing. That looks like a citron thing. Let's do that one. I like that one. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There, that does a lot, actually. I'm gonna skip on them for it now, but you can add vents and hood scoops. Actually, that's... How would this thing look? Like a wide hood scoop. Not good is the answer. It does not look good with one of those wide head scoops. So, window and sunroof. I haven't seen this option, actually. I hear someone backing something up outside in real life, and I don't know what it is. My neighbor has a motorcycle, and I heard him start it up earlier, but he hasn't in like the last 45 minutes. So, thank you, Tom. We can give it a little lip spoiler up top. Is it that one? Oh, it conforms as well. I did not know that. Did not know that. Huh. So here's all the other... I'd call these spoilers as well. Whether or not that's correct, apparently not. But I call that a spoiler too. These are some other 3D things. You can actually add bits to this. You could basically make a Formula 1 car in this if you wanted to. Or capable of. I am not. So we're going to skip that. Fuel cap. It needs a fuel cap. Let us put it on the... let's put it on the passenger side. Because this would be a North American vehicle. So I would assume... this is the driver's side. Don't even know what country I'm in or from. Or this is from. I don't know much about anything, if I'm honest. And that's kind of concerning. But here we are. Now we go for some door handles. Let's do... I like these. You can see on this as well that it's being mirrored to the other side, which is perfect. And then we want to copy those. Oops, that's not what I want. Not what I wanted. We're We're gonna copy those in place and then move those to the back door. I need a trunk lid as well, so let's do this locking one. Right in the middle. It's not a Jeep. They can go right in the middle. Next we need some mirrors. I have been putting a lot of them up on the front fender here. Kind of just in front of the A-pillar, just right here. But this we will not do that. Let's do these nice basic ones. Put them right there. We'll make them a little bigger. So actually functional. Yes, those are right at the top of the door. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. What do we have next? Body molding and stuff. So this would be where you can add your fender flares, exhaust cutout. To be brutally honest, I don't know if this actually has an exhaust that works. I'm sure that's another thing in here. Exhaust tip. So if you choose an exhaust tip and you have it so the engine actually has exhaust, it'll actually 3D render the exhaust pipe to conform, but this doesn't have one. Apparently. That's weird, actually. It should have one. So next we have an aerial or an antenna if you're in the this area, in this country. Let's do a little stubby fucker. So something this game does really nicely is it has a lot of auto snap kind of stuff, so things will go onto the center line or whatever, and the mirroring is done really well. License plate. There we go. That should be nice. I'm not going to put a front plate on this because I don't feel like it. Some states in the United States say that you don't have to have one in the front. Well, you do in others. And this one's just going to be sold with one. Because fuck it. So these bumper bar, these are different bumpers and stuff you can put on it for things like off-road vehicles or like the kind of like the tuner looking cars. This really doesn't have a bumper. It's kind of a single body panel. So this doesn't need anything extra. You can add custom text to it so you can say whatever kind of car you're making is. You put your brand name or you put your brand name or the car name or even the package, the model and package and stuff. You can do different rims, which I suppose we should give that a looking at. You know what? I like those rims. They're doing something for me. We've already gone through exhaust tip. This is an interesting one. This is the miscellaneous fixtures, which has like these nice heavy-duty hinges I've used for trunks and hoods, fuel tanks, other things. I don't know what these are. I think they were like hood latches or something. Oh, wipers. That's one that we should probably look at. Oh, goodness gracious. That's a big fucking wiper. Can I make it smaller, please? Let's see if this will work. Work with me here, please. Is there a way to make this smaller? Huh. It's not wanting to work with me. Sometimes in this editor it'll kind of whinge out and have a tizzy and a tantrum. The best thing that I do is this saves automatically, so if you just hit main menu and then go back to it, you want to alter, you don't want to make a new model or whatever, you want to alter the current car, that will usually reload stuff. Okay, so we've done everything, even though I skipped a couple steps there initially. That's all the fixtures done. So this is a completed car. It's not pretty in any sense of the word, and it is not a C4 Corvette wagon. It is just a wagon. But that's okay. So now that the car is done, we have all these different graphs and editors now, since this is, in theory, a finished car. So we can look here at our problems. Front brake force is low. So that would be a... I think all the stuff is in suspension, really. Let's see. Rear dampeners are hard. Front dampeners are hard. So we want to decrease the front and rear dampeners. That makes it a little less sporty. Let's bring it back up one, I guess. Next is front brake force. This is going to be an issue for me, since I still haven't got the whole braking thing down yet. I assume we want grip higher than force. Okay. So that's brought our braking time down by about half a second. Okay, so that's better. Front dampeners are hard. Fuck off. Nobody cares. So if we decrease the rear and bring these two closer together. So if we bring this to -2 or so, -2%, that these two are closer together now and these two are closer together now. So that should eliminate that problem, which it has. Sweet. Engine clearance is too narrow. That's unfortunate. That's not something we can change either. Gearbox reliability. All right, well, let's take a look at that. What's the suggestion here? Excessive ratio range. Fiddlesticks. Where? I don't even know where to look for that. What if I just made it automatic? Would that change anything? Would that make it better? That is going to be a negatory. Shoot. Front dampeners. Okay. It's a little less sporty. What if we just increase the springs? Will it still yell at us? What if we increase them quite a bit, the springs, and then did that with the dampeners, which go down? Ahahaha. Okay, now we have a new issue. The brakes are showing slight brake fade, reducing utility. Consider using larger drums or discs. Okay. Everything that's not engine related is fixed. So now we're going to look back at our sales. Even if we bring our prices back up to like 5.4 thousand per car, it is still... I love that this is considered a budget off-roader. It's the same thing as a fucking 2004 Subaru WRX or STI, whatever. It's the same thing. So now that we have all those issues sorted out, it is now... We still have higher sales than we did before we sorted out the issues, which is funny. It is... I love that it's considered a budget pony car. That is fun to me. But it's being marketed as a budget family utility car, which I suppose works. So now if we take it back to the test track and look at it and see... An overall time of 2:35.5. That's not bad, considering most of the other cars I've made are about 3 minutes to minute 50-ish, 2:55. So that's not bad. So if we look at our summary, it'll tell us our engineering time, or production, and whatever else. I am actually really satisfied with this car. This is just a quick glimpse at automation. There's definitely a wagon. Can't fit the whole fucking thing in one picture, can you? Hello? Speaking on a spaceship. So, thank you for watching. That has been Automation. I've very quickly glanced over all of it. This is such an in-depth game, and it does have one really fun feature that I can't show you until the next, or the part 2 of this, we'll call it. But it is such a unique game that is so in-depth. I mean, you can make anything from vans to pickups to race cars to commuter cars to hatchbacks. Like, it just, the level of stuff. I'll quickly show you here. If I were to make a new car, it just gives you body styles, but it's hundreds. So the newest cars are 2011s, but look at all of the options. This is now the 2000s cars are right here. You have 2011 all the way to, let's go to the bottom, 1940. You literally have everything from like Willys Jeeps to fucking like C6 Corvettes. You can make hot rods, roadsters. You can make fucking GT cars. This is like a gold mine for car people, car enthusiasts, but people who want to make their own shit, try out their own shit. And it's not even just the cars. It's engines, it's transmission, it's drivetrains. Like, the amount of stuff that you can do with this is unbelievable. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be cars. It can be vans, it can be convertibles, pickups. I mean, the possibilities here are just about endless. So, if you want this game, I highly recommend it. If you are creative in any sort of way and would like to share your creativities, this is a game for you. And it doesn't even cost that much. I think it's $20 full price. Or if you wait for a sale, I think you can pick it up for like $8, $9, whatever. The only add-on for it is the V12s of V12s of V16s. That's the only add-on, I think, which you saw that I have. And at some point I will make a V16 car just for shits and giggles. But yes, if you are creative or would like to show your creativity, or if you're a car person, you want to dick around, it's like, hey, what if I put a fucking V8 into a Fiat? Or, hey, what if I put a 3-cylinder into a fucking Ford Raptor or something like that? You can do that. 100% you can do that. I've also been told that you can share engine designs with if you make an engine, you can share it with someone else who has this game. So if you make a car, your buddy makes an engine, you can put 2 and 2 together and have a bunch of fun design challenges and stuff there. So in a weird, twisted way, you can make it a co-op game. Yeah, just take a look at this game. It's so much fun. It's cheap on Steam, and I've been scrolling for 2 minutes now while I've been waffling, and I still haven't reached the top of the list of possibilities and shit you can do. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And like I said at the beginning of the video, there is a part 2 coming to this, which is one special feature. If you know what that special feature is, don't spoil it. Shut up. I'll show you. I'll show you from the perspective of a dimwit, such as myself. Quick channel update, but here in about, it's the beginning of June. Here in about the middle of July, there will be a couple of tractor videos coming to the channel as well, as there are every year. So if you're into real old cars and old tractors and steam engines and stuff, stay tuned for that. Those videos will be coming here in a couple of months. I'm not saying what shows I'm going to because it'll ruin the fun for everybody, but one of them will be a new show that I have not gone to before. So I'm excited to see what's there and what just experience a brand new tractor show, to me anyways. I don't think there's any tractor show that's new per se, but anyways, I'll fucking leave you alone now. But thank you for your time, and yeah, ta-ra!